Good morning, this is Life Coach Dr. Uttam Dave, and I welcome you to Just Engaged video series. My dear engaged couple, I want to ask you one question. You have prepared for the wedding, but have you prepared for marriage? Now, first of all, I want to ask you a question. What is the difference between a wedding and a marriage? A wedding is something which lasts for 1, 2, or 3 days. That is the actual celebration part of the uh, marriage is known as the wedding. But what follows after wedding is the actual marriage, which may last anywhere between 50 to 60 years if we assume the normal course of marriage. So, my friends, I want to ask you one question. You have prepared for the wedding, but have you prepared for the marriage? 99.99% of couples have prepared for the wedding, but they have no idea that they need to also prepare for the marriage, because wedding is going to last for 1 or 2 or 3 days, but marriage, as I said earlier, is going to last for anywhere between 50 to 60 years. So I want to introduce to you the concept of premarital counseling or premarital guidance. Now, what exactly is premarital counseling or premarital guidance? This is basically a series of sessions which happens between the premarital counselor and the engaged couple. So it is a kind of three-way interaction. The counselor generally poses questions to the couple, and the couple gives the answers to each other and also to the counselor. Now, if there are some questions which remain unanswered, or the answers are not what they should be, then the counselor intervenes and helps to sort out the issue. Now, I want to tell you one thing. There are a myriad number of issues on which your success of the marriage depends. So, you have to understand that if you have worked out all these issues after engagement and before your marriage, then your chances of marital success are very, very high. But if you have not worked at these issues on which your marriage rests, then there are very high chances that you may end up having endless conflicts throughout the course of your marriage. And sometimes, if things really do not improve, then it can end up in divorce. So, it is very, very important for a 21st century couple uh, to go in for premarital counseling as soon as they are engaged. Now, you must be wondering, is this premarital counseling good for a people of a particular faith? No. I would suggest that a person of every faith should go in for premarital guidance or premarital counseling. It is not dependent on your faith. Whether you are a Hindu, whether you are Muslim, whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Parsi, or whether you are a Sikh, whether you are a Jain, or you may belong to any other sub-religions, it is equally important for every couple who marries in this century that they go for what is known as a premarital counseling session. Now, I want to tell you one thing, that there are many issues. Now, for example, let's say there are about 50 to 60 issues which are very, very important for a couple to talk out before they get married. Now, you have to decide from amongst those 50 to 60 issues which are the ones which you have not been able to sort out on your own. Now, if you are not able to sort out things on your own, then you need the intervention of an experienced premarital counselor. So, for example, having seen the list of 60 issues, if you think that you have worked out at least 10 of them between the two of you, then you need not go for those 10 issues and you need not discuss them with a premarital counselor, but then you need to discuss those remaining 50 issues with your premarital counselor. So, uh, when do you exactly begin taking your premarital counseling sessions? I would say immediately after engagement, and the ideal frequency of taking a premarital counseling session is once a week, so that you get enough time to think about the future session and enough time to talk about certain things which you've not discussed in that session. But it is very, very important that you answer each and every question which the premarital counselor poses to both of you. If you fail to do so out of shyness, or if you fail to ignore what the counselor says, or if you are too embarrassed or too shy, or do not do that active thinking to participate in this introduction process, then those things will be shelved under the table and they will invariably crop up after you get married. So, I would say that please discuss as many issues as you deem right. And the right time to join premarital counseling session is immediately after you get engaged. Each session takes about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. You can take those sessions online or offline, but it is mandatory that both the man and the woman be present for that premarital counseling session. It's not something which either the man or the woman can do, because because I or whoever the premarital counselor is poses certain questions to both of you. You need to find out answers. You give those answers to each other, and you also give that answer to me. And as I said earlier, if the answer is not satisfactory, make amendments and corrections and come to some kind of an answer which is suitable to both of you. So this was a basic introduction of what is premarital counseling. In my next video, I am going to discuss one session of premarital counseling which is called showing affection. So that will give you some idea of how this session runs and how you have to be a participant in that session. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you know other engaged couples, your friends, your relatives, or anybody, do not hesitate to share this video with them. They may also need sessions. I would not say may, but they will also need sessions as much as you need them. Thank you very much once again. Bye bye.